Merry Christmas. Good day to all. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I can't remember how that went exactly. How's everyone's holiday? I'm at home chilling at the moment. I celebrated yesterday with family. It was a great day. And decided I'd just jump on live here for a little bit, see if anybody's around. Maybe I was like, do I do it in the morning? Do I go later in the day? See maybe some people are hanging out. What's up, Marty? Merry Christmas to you. Are you hanging out with family now, or later today, or yesterday, or how was your day? I did all my family stuff yesterday. It was a long, fun-filled day. And now I'm relaxing today, filming a couple of videos, some new knife gifts. Morning, Gabe. Morning, B Shady. Happy Christmas. Ooh, my coffee's at the perfect temp right now. You know, everybody's got their own thing. What makes them happy? Maybe having some rugrats running around causing some chaos would be nice, sure. But I have no kids around bugging me right now. It's nice and chill and relaxed. Beautiful. Christmas was good yesterday. My sister has a couple of boys. They are super fun. I get to be the uncle, which is even better than the parent, because I get to spoil them, give them Nerf guns and stuff like that all the time. Super fun. How is everyone, though? What's going on today? I don't know how crazy it'll get in here. I was wondering if people are going to be hanging out, looking online, or if people are busy right now. Everybody has a different schedule. Like I said, I celebrated yesterday. Morning, Clint. Merry Christmas. Marco, what's up, dudes? I figured some people would be on here. Why not bump on hangout? I will probably do something later today. I posted my video for my Christmas unboxing. Hey, do something later today. Wow, that is my fault. Sorry. But I don't know. I figured I'm around. I got some free time. I'm going to make a few videos, do a couple of projects. I might go live later on today, see what everyone's doing in the afternoon or early evening on this lovely holiday. I do have to go back to work tomorrow, but that's fine with me. I decided to get out all of my red and green knives. Got a lot of them. Look healthy. Thank you. Thank you. Feeling good. Looking good. A little bit right here. I could maybe work on a little bit. I'm out of shape, but that's fine. My metabolism, or my cardio is poor. I'm doing good though. We ate a lot yesterday. What did everyone have? What does everyone have for holiday dinner? My family, we have a pork roast, which is awesome. So you get the pork roast and the potatoes and gravy and corn and salad and some good dinner rolls. I have, I celebrated with my parents, my sister, her husband, and her two boys. So kind of a smaller family gathering, but it's a good time. A little pork shoulder. Pizza for Ben. Like pizza. What's up, Malcolm? What's up, Allie? Merry Christmas. Good morning. Good afternoon. Whatever it is. My cat cracks me up with his huge ass. Had me hit. Wait, what? Oh, I get it. Cat's getting up on there. Boom. Cats like to get in the way. They're fun. They can be super fun. Oh, yeah. It's chill. Now we got 30 in here. Are you Michael Bolton? Should I get my saxophone? Yeah. What's your favorite Michael Bolton song? You know? Well, actually, I celebrate his entire collection. Your name's Michael Bolton. Any relation? Good to be alive. Drinking coffee. Good for you. Yeah, I filmed a video. I got a few knives. Did everybody get knives for the holidays? Did you get them from someone else or did you buy them for yourself? I got a little bit of both. But pretty good holiday so far. Dude, check out. I got this from my my family. Sister, husband, nephews gave me this CRKT shoot. What's it called? I gotta look it up real quick. Revit or Revel or Razzle. Razzle. This is the CRKT Razzle. This is one of my Christmas presents. Micarta with that red, the red pins and that extra little red. I don't know if that's micarta or G10 on that inner layer, but that outer black layer is micarta. Feels really good in the hand. D2 steel, and it's got a sharpened chisel point. I dig it. It like if there's going to be a specific task that you're going to need to like use kind of like a chisel type scraping type of a motion, and this one is it. They were like, yeah, we hope you like it. You know, it's tough sometimes when you buy something for somebody as far as like things that they like or clothes or whatever it may be, because everyone has different tastes. You never know what they're going to like. But yeah, this thing is sweet. I think it's cool. Black and red, you already know if you watch the channel at all. I really enjoy black and red. I love micarta. I've been looking into more fixed blades lately. So like this literally, it's like they've been watching my channel and kind of figured out what it is I like, because this is great. I think it's cool. The CRKT Razzle chisel top. Very fun stuff. Marty McFly's hasn't come yet. I have a couple. I just got one yesterday, which we can look at, and then I have another one that's coming in the next few days. It probably will be a couple days after Christmas. We'll see. Got an Artisan Cutlery Osprey fixed blade. Awesome, Charlie. Yukon Crispy Donut Community Fenrir is present to yourself. Love that blade. The Crispy Donut Fenrir. I don't know if I've seen that one. I have this one. The Lefty Premium Fenrir. We got the shredded carbon fiber and the titanium. Boom. Fully lefty setup. Sweet front flipper. There is also the tenable version of the Fenrir that's coming out now that is more of the budget-friendly one. Great knife, though. Do I have a knife made by... I don't know. I don't have too many German knives. I have a couple, like the Boker Kalashnikov right there, out the side auto from Boker. I have the Boker reality-based blade, Jim Wagner. This is almost, I don't know, 18 years old. I've had this forever. CDC is a tenable version. Focus stuff. Good morning, Merry Christmas. What have you? What have you? And what have you? Or you? I have all my red and green knives out now. Okay, so yeah, my first present that I showed off was the Razzle from CRKT with that really cool chisel tip. What was the one? My unboxing for today was the Case Muskrat with the nice Christmas red, and then the white badge has some like sparkly snow kind of look to it, so it has a very Christmassy theme. And the Muskrat is a double clip. Look at this. Same exact blade on both sides, so it's like you use the one, it's for somebody, it's like you're using this one and you're like, I didn't have time to sharpen everything really good today, this one's getting dull, and you're just like, I'll just close that one and open up the other one and get back to work. The Muskrat, it was originally used for like skinning and stuff, so I think it's kind of that thing, so you have the same blade that you can use, and all of a sudden you got another one that's just as sharp. But tell me that's not cool. I've been getting more into the case knives. I dig it. Just another nobody. Merry Christmas, thinking about getting a new knife. CRKT Ritual Compact. What do you think? The Ritual is a nice knife. I think if you've been looking at it and you're interested in it, I'd go for it. This is that CRKT that I just got. The Razzle. Tell me that's not a cool looking thing. I can't wait to have a specific... I'm not going to have it with me, of course. Hopefully it's at home. I do a lot of projects at home. But to be able to get use for that chisel tip, you should get a Case Doctor knife. Case Doctor. I've been getting into Case. I don't know... Let me write that down. Case Doctor. Is there something else that I need to be looking up for that, Marty? I'm definitely interested, though. Leafy's in here. Oh, yeah, there's Leafy. What's up, bud? Gons, how you doing? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas from Beaver Island. This is my ugly sweater t-shirts. It works, right? You look like a football player. A little thin, not very bulky for the football, and tall. Low battery, high spirits. Hello, Kenman. Jonathan. Me too. I'm tired. I got some sleepy eye. Got my coffee here. I partied and did family Christmas yesterday. It was great. They will come up when you type Doctor Knife. So this is where all the presents are. My green and red extravaganza. I do have a couple of different colors in there, but this was my most recent Polish a Turd. This is a $5 Ozark Trail from Walmart. I did the acid etch on there as an experiment, and then the laser mark. The white snowflakes are the laser mark. It's aluminum, and I do laser marking professionally, but not on knives. I mean, I guess, but that's not my job. My job, I do like medical equipment and supplies. But I have access to sweet machines in my off time when I'm not working, and you can get a really nice white laser mark on aluminum. Tell me that doesn't make those snowflakes pop. I do not have a Christmas tree. I basically created this is my Christmas tree. I have plants. I have Christmas colors in my shelf of knives, and then I got out all my red and green knives. That's about as festively holiday decorative. I mean, I got my green shirt and my red mug. This is what you get. Type in Case Doctor. I will, Marty, for sure. And if I like it, I'll probably order it. Unless it's super expensive. Sometimes it takes me a while to get on the expensive ones. I have a good job. I make money. I'm doing all right. I pay my bills. I put some in savings. I have a HSA account. All the good adult things, And I try to budget myself. I don't really make much money on the channel, but all of that goes back into the channel, plus more from me. Mikey Trails. Merry Christmas. I'll be sending some stuff back to you really soon, Mikey. I had to get through that holiday. Mikey sent me some cool knives to check out for a while. But I will be putting those in the mail in the next couple of days here, start getting them back to you. I'm not going to put them all in one box, so I'm going to ship a few times because of the cost and the insurance, basically. Some of the knives he sent are valuable. And I'm going to show you one. This is the Riot Mini XO with that Zircotai. And so I'm going to put some insurance on some of these when I send them back. I'm not super paranoid, but I sent an expensive box one time, and then the tracking didn't work. The box disappeared 4 days after it was supposed to be delivered. No idea where it is. Post office can't tell me any information. And it had a Golden Design Works caliber in it, which was a lefty titanium, gorgeous, expensive knife that is like, even if it were to get lost, and then I would want to replace it and buy the person I was sending it to another one, I wouldn't be able to buy another one. It's not available. It's not for sale. It's a custom. I'd have to find someone who purchased one and then get them to sell it to me. So it was like, it freaked me out. And so now if I've got a box, it's expensive. I'll put a few $100s worth of insurance on it just just for a little peace of mind. I'll spend that extra couple, and I'd rather stick in like $1,000 worth of knives into one box. I'll split it up into 2 or 3 boxes. I'll spend a little bit more on shipping, but for me, it's just worth it for that peace of mind. That one time where it was like, wow, that'd have been $1,000 lost. Ugh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Merry Christmas, everyone. For anyone I'm missing here, Joe, brand new American, keep the knife freak. What is everyone up to today? Thoughts on the Spyderco Delica? I have a solid respect for Spyderco. I don't own any. That doesn't mean I don't want to. They tend to be more expensive. I'm a lefty, so if I'm going to get like a Spyderco with a compression lock on it, I'm going to get the lefty version of it, which is then going to even cost more. And I have a custom right here. Well, it's not custom yet, but I'm going to be customizing this one for Lanyard Man soon. And see, when I've got that compression lock as a lefty, it's really kind of awkward to squeeze that when in your right hand. It's easy to just kind of push that. See, maybe it's not easy to push it down. I struggle with these. It doesn't give me the satisfaction and the feel that I get from some other knives. And so with that being said, it's harder for me to invest the money on it when I know, like, you know, sometimes a cheap knife. This is a go-to, this Sencut Serene. Oops, there we go, it failed. That's just fantastic. Feels great in the hand. Opening, closing is almost just perfect every single time. Feels great. And so it kind of draws me to that. Gons is a lefty as well. Keith the knife free. Wait, you're a lefty? Well, of course we're backwards. And so this looks like my right hand. It bugs me. I actually contacted YouTube and asked them about it, trying to mirror this. I could use my other camera on the other side of my phone, and it wouldn't be mirrored. But then the problem is then the phone will be the other way, and then the text will be over here. How am I supposed to read the text and read the chat if it's like that? 126 of us in here on a holiday. If you're having a good time, having a great day, go ahead and hit that like button. Help me out, pop up this view count a little bit. I appreciate it. We're just having a good day here on Christmas, talking about some knives, chilling, looking at some gifts. What else did you get for Christmas? All right, let's show you my next one. I got the Flytanium Arcade. I've been having some problems though. It hasn't been open and it seems a little stiff right out of the box. Anybody else ever get themselves an arcade, have an arcade? It's breaking in fast. I've been opening and closing it a bunch. But I was on a live. I think it was Mick, but I'm not sure. But he mentioned that Flytanium had a sale and they were half price. And I've had the arcade on my list for a while. But at a couple $100, it's not something I pull the trigger on, and I ended up getting a Devo instead when I was looking at getting one of these. But it has the shark lock like the Demco does on the back right there. But it's a little stiff out the box. I got to be honest. You'll notice my frustration in my unboxing video that I'm kind of having these fails. It's not opening every time. But I feel like it's already breaking in more than right when I opened it. How much was it? So these are $209 like this. S35 VN aluminum and Ultim on this one, but it was half price. So that plus there was like this extra 15% off or whatever. With tax and everything shipped, it ended up being right about $100. So $100 with the shark lock, the Demco shark lock, and S35 VN blade. That's a win. That is a win. You just got one a couple weeks ago, Marty. How stiff was yours out of the box? Have you been having opens like this? It's not that I don't, that I suck at opening. I mean, here's my Demco. Boom. It like is just like buttery flawlessness with that shark lock. And I just love the action, the fidgety, flickety fun. So there, that actually was my finger catching the thumb stud. I had my finger leaned over it. I struggle sometimes on video because I'm holding it like this so I can show it, right? That looks totally normal, but if I turn, you see on my arms, it's not like I'm standing like this, where this is kind of how I would be if I was just standing here, but I'm out reaching it out, showing it to the camera, which kind of makes me a little awkward sometimes. Also, the other one like that is the Super Lock on the Civivi Vision FG. And the action is spectacular. Boom. Right? So I was assuming with that back lock, that's awesome ambidextrous shark lock on the back of that arcade, that this would just be completely flawless out the box. But I've been having problems like that. It's almost like the thumb stud should be in a different spot. On the arcade or the Demco, because if you ask me, I think I would like one with no thumb stud, just the hole. Forget that thumb stud, completely unnecessary. If you got the hole, you don't need the thumb stud. If you got the thumb stud, you don't need the hole. Sure, you can do both, and that's fine, but I feel like if you're gonna just do the hole, just do the hole like this. Boom, you've got the hole, you can thumb it out, flick it out, right? And you don't need the thumb stud. And same thing goes if you have the thumb stud. If you have the thumb stud on there, you don't need the hole. Although this one is the thumb stud and a fuller. And I don't mind that, I guess, because you can get way down here and still miss. That's the CJRB Resource. This thing is an absolute beast. Jody Webb, where can I purchase one of those? Which one, Jody? The arcade? If you're talking about the arcade, then you go to Flytanium. F-L-Y-Tanium. F-L-Y-T-A-N-I-U-M. Flytanium. Oh, the red one? The red one is the Civivi Vision F, or which red one? This one? This one's the Civivi Vision FG. You could probably find this on Amazon if you type that in, or you could find it on the Civivi website. If you go to any of my channels, you go down in the description, I have some links. You can use that link. It does actually give me a little kickback to the channel if you're interested in helping me out a little bit. Costs you nothing other than making your purchase. But yeah, the Vision FG is a fantastic knife. This thing, Jody, if you're interested, lots of different colors available. This one has the Damascus on there. This was a white handle, and I did the dye job to make it red. So you can't really actually buy it exactly like this. But they have a lot of different versions, styles, blade materials. Awesome knife. The lock is right in the middle on the back. So if you're using your right hand or your left hand, it's the exact same. So that makes this a very ambidextrous use knife. The clip can be swapped from either side as well. So literally this is exactly the same experience for a lefty or a righty. Excellent, excellent knife. I once watched a Steven Seagal movie where he fought using a large folding knife. What kind of knife was that? I wish I knew, Indra. I would have to look that up, which I don't have the access to do that on my phone the way I'm set up right now. But that is interesting. I've kind of looked into that a few times as doing like a video or something where it's, you know, knives from movies, or like I kind of was looking at like knives from horror movies, like over Halloween, stuff like that. That is interesting though. I'm definitely intrigued by that. I've watched a few of the older ones and they have like these old hunting knives and it's like, ooh, I wonder what that is. Is that a buck or is that a, you know, we had one where he kind of opened it like this. It kind of looked like it was like a buck 110 like this, but it wasn't. And I was like, oh, I'd like to do some more research and kind of figure out what that is. Not that it gets any, gets you anywhere other than just the interest in the knowledge and learning. I've been getting more knives, like I just got this case knife, and case knives is just like buck knives where they have this the little stamp in there. I know it's backwards, I apologize, but you can look at that stamp and you can tell what date it's made. This is an old case, small Stockman, almost mint condition, but this was made in 1993. This one is old. I found it on eBay from some nice lady who lived up in Alaska. And yeah, I said, could you zoom in on the stamp? Can I see that? What year is it? She said 93. And I was like, oh, that's a significant year to me. And so it was like, boom, need to get it. Picked it up. Look at how it's almost like it's brand new, which is really cool. I actually got a couple of these buck 110s Same thing with buck. If you look on there, it says buck 110 2 USA. That means this one was made between 1974 and 1979. Super fun. If you're looking for a gift, I ended up getting my nephews some smaller bucks that were from the years that they were born. Not too hard to find some of them out there. They've been making a lot of them for years and they exist. Some of them are in bad shape, tips broken on blades, things like that. So when you can find one that's decent, well, they're not too expensive. Go for it. Schrade. Old timer isn't. Old timer is old timer. Is old timer and Schrade, aren't they in the same? Found a dad an old buck 110 from a 60s model. Marty, if you don't know for sure, you can go to the buck site and type buck date stamp, date code or whatever, and there will be a page and it shows you every single stamp that they've ever made, and you can find out basically exactly when it was. Some of them have some ranges, like mine, the 110 with the 2 with the USA. It is from 74 to 79, so you can't really say, oh, this is a 76 or a 77. But a lot of them it does. And after 2000, I think after the year 2000, every single year has a specific shape stamp on it, so you can definitely tell. Am I the only adult that got stockings, that got a stocking filled with stuff in my stocking? It was a jar of instant coffee, bottle of conditioner, bottle of shampoo, body wash. Yeah, the older you get, the more stuff like that. You're like, you get some socks and like a hoodie and you're like, sweet, thanks. I got a couple pair of jeans. Oh, thank you. You know, like when you're a kid, if you grab that box and you give it a squeeze and you know, like you're like, clothes. This is probably jeans. You know, and you're like, this isn't a gift. I don't want this. As the kid, you just want the games and the toys and the Nerf guns and stuff like that. But these days, you give me that. I got a couple new pair of jeans, the nice tack disc jeans with all the pockets on them, and it was like, yes. And then I got one pair and I was happy about it, and then I got another box and I started opening. I'm like, another? I got 2 pairs, and I was like, completely stoked by it. That's a real thing. Got an old timer gift set with nice rosewood, 2 slippies and a sharp finger. Marty's gonna look it up. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to find. You just got to find that stamp and then you can kind of figure it out. So did I miss it? Did somebody say, what's up, Revolving Blades? Is old timer and Schrade, that's the same, right? Or am I tripping this morning? I'm grateful to receive anything, says Watch City Knives. For sure. Because I feel like Schrade, old timer, I can't read that. This is a hawkbill. Old timer right there. Show us a Rambo knife. I do have one more Schrade, or one more old timer. Another old timer right there. Boom. This guy asking for Rambo knives, like he thinks I can just pull a Rambo knife out of somewhere. I mean, wait, what? Like that? Similar to that? If you ask me though, this thing is cool. I'm down with this, but how about that? Oh, what do we think of this Bowie knife, huh? WTF. Ha! I got hundreds of knives here, Doc. Got them all. Big, small. I'm going to see a tiny cleaver. This is the Concept Mini Corvid Cleaver. Boom. One of the smallest knives ever. So yeah, here's an old timer. Check out T-Cal Mercenary. You write that down. T-Cal Mercenary. I'll look it up. Some old-timer used to be made by Schrade. Yeah, I feel like it's similar. Gabe, you got a bunch of Visa gift cards. See, what's nice about that is then you can go and buy whatever you want. Find the knife that you like. That's what I call a knife. Right? Still tough to beat the old Buck 119 though. This is definitely one of my favorites. Full 6-inch hollow grind blade right there. Handle thicker than a Snicker. I love it. Thank you for subscribing. Running Red. Love that style, the old timers. Yeah, they're cool. I'm obviously a collector. I like a little bit of everything. I've been getting more into the case knives lately. I just got this case knife for Christmas. This is the Case Muskrat. The Muskrat is cool because it's a twin blade. It's a twin clip. It's like literally mirrored clip points. I got to figure out how to make cuts like this. Like a push cut like that. Right? I dig it. It's not my main kind of carry. The slip joints and the lockbacks. I'm definitely more of a full size like this. This is the Towser K from Kaiser. One of my favorite knives right here. Great action. Boom. Taylor Brands owns intellectual property rights on Old Timer. Taylor Brands purchased the brand names, trademarks from the original company, Imperial Schrade, after the company went bankrupt in 2004. Taylor Brands has since recreated original patterns and designs, makes, sells new Old Timer knives. Old Timer knives are now made in China, but Taylor Brands. Good info, Marty. Thank you much. I get tons of new knives to film shorts and videos of, and some are in your collection right now, but I just need more subscribers to continue. Well, I haven't. I'll check you out, Running Red. Let me write you down real quick, but if anyone hasn't seen Running Red, go check out that channel, watch a couple videos, see what you like. If you're having a good time, subscribe, like some of the videos if you do. Marty's coming in here with that knowledge. No, you're welcome. Show some fixed blades. All right, I have a Mr. Eddie custom. You can see Mr. Eddie on YouTube and on Instagram. This is handmade by him. Super thick handle. I love this. The facets he pounded in there. So basically he had it nice and finished, then went and like literally created this texture. I love it. Little ramp right there. One of a kind original from Mr. Eddie. I have my brand new CRKT Razzle I got for Christmas. This is just a cool little fixed blade, super thick. Nice micarta handle in D2 with that chisel point for getting in there and doing some chisel works. Moon crater pattern, right, Gabe? Definitely cool stuff. I mean, this is a fixed blade, right? This Rough Rider buoy with the big crown stag handle on there. I did show that one too. Buck 119, probably my favorite fixed blade. One of my newest absolute favorites is the Kaiser Militaw. This is the new Militaw fixed blade, S35 VN. Feels great. Look at those extra jimps out on the tip, getting in there and doing work. I'm really happy with the new Kaiser Militaw fixed. Where are you? This is my first fixed blade ever. I won this at a carnival, throwing a dart into a balloon over the 4th of July. It is old. It is not of high quality, but it is walnut brass and some heavily pitted, was rusted out. Kenman bent the tip back in the day when I was a kid. One of my very first knives in my collection. Got to have that poop knife fixed blade. Steel core, dishwasher safe. Why wouldn't you have a poop knife? Right? Where is there? Kubi Quaken. This is a nice smaller fixed blade. 14C28N and Ultim. Excellent size just for getting in, doing some work. And it takes up almost no space. So I took the clip off. I'm working on that. But you can have that in your pocket right there. And it's just such a small, workable fixed blade. I dig it. Ron Dobbins, Merry Christmas. Hope everyone in the chat is having a great Christmas day. I would call that my razzle dazzle. How about axes? I don't really have any axes. I have a couple hatchets for camping that I don't have around right now that I should probably get. I mean, this is close, right? Not really an axe shape, more of a kitchen knife. You look at the handle. Dalstrong Gladiator series, you know, for those situations. Couple older fixed blades. Got the SOG Seal Pup. This is probably 18 years old. They still make the Seal Pup. I don't know if it's exactly like this one. What was the last one? Oh, the Kubi Quaken. Are you talking the smaller one? Where did I set it? This one? This is a Kubi Quaken. Fantastic little Quaken style knife. There's that Seal Pup again. Joshua Marmon, I have a few of those, but this is a knife channel. Cold Steel. Coboon. I love knives. They're fantastic. What's up, Trevin? How you doing? Yes. Okay, yeah, that was you, Trevin. Yes. The holster is great, and I put an ulti clip on it, but I didn't like the side I had it on, so I was going to switch it to the other side. But the ulti clips are great because they're a little slim. You can put one right here, and then I'm going to have it in the pocket carry like that, so it'll be really, really close and tight, easy to take out, and then it will be easy to drop back in. I just don't have that ulti clip on there right now. If you are interested in smaller ones like that, what's another one? This is the Kaiser Groom. Another interesting little smaller fixed blade. Nice choke up spot on there. You can get in there and do some work. And it also has a clip like that. It has the larger belt clip on there, which they all come with. The other one had that on there too. Take that off and put that ulti clip on there soon. But the Groom is fun. But definitely, if you are looking for a slightly larger one, the Militov fixed blade is sweet. So it had that same clip on there, but this one now has the ulti clip on there. So if you look at that ulti clip, look at how thin and slim that is. So now that will be able to go into that pocket and just sit there tight. Boom. Kaiser Militov. Absolute win from Kaiser. They have also all their other Militovs. They got the mini Militov and the full-size Militov. They only had them in mostly premium versions, but recently they released the mini and then some less than, well, just different versions. They have everything from a $50 knife up to a $220 version. This mini Militov has a Nitro V blade on it and the same action as the full-size. This full-size has a 154 cm. Really good stuff from Kaiser. Is it true that Swiss pocket knives are the best? Some people love them. I don't. I have one Swiss Army knife somewhere over there. I don't really carry them. They're two-handed operations. I'd much rather carry something like this that I can open with one hand. Fidgety. This is a CJRB Lago. That's more my style. Do you carry more than one knife a day? And if so, what's your favorite EDC? I do. Generally, I usually carry at least two. So like a normal day, I would be like, okay, I'll grab a Kaiser Drop Bear. This is definitely one of my favorites. The Drop Bear comes in many different styles. This one's my Micarta 154 cm. No nonsense. The no look, no pay attention. You take it out of your pocket. You can open it with many different options, different styles, and it just works every time. This is a great daily carry. But what I'll do is I'll get something like this. It'll go boom, pocket one. And then I'll find something that's a smaller knife, you know, like maybe this mini Pyrite or whatever. And then that becomes knife two over there, boom. And then now lately I've been getting more into the slip joint type knives and smaller knives. So then I'd get something like this small case Stockman. right? It's got a 3-blade little action going on there, and then I'll put that in my 5th pocket. So right now, I've most every day I'll be carrying 2, if not 3. Plus, I pronounced your name right first try, Trevin. Well, I try. It doesn't always work. You never know. I see some names on there. Sometimes it's tough to pronounce. Sometimes you get names that are not names, if you know what I mean. They're trying to get you to say something. And you're like, oh, Thank you for subscribing. I do a lot of custom stuff on the channel. A lot of lives. I do a normal live on Thursdays. I'll be doing one tomorrow night, Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, a little holiday celebration. It will be in your interest to come check it out. 6 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Ken, you can appreciate this gift. I got a double pack of hairbrushes. Endure. Endure. I'll look them up. Yeah, you gotta have a good brush to keep this flowing hair going, right? Ron's carrying the Wii Esprit titanium scales, EMP Nimble titanium, and a Jack Wolf Venom Gerber multi-tool key set today. Right on, Ron. I gave a super large SOG to a friend who passed away, like the Pentagon, but bigger. Do you know the name of that one? Sorry for the loss. I don't offhand, Morris. If anyone in the chat does have an idea on a super large SOG that sounds like that and you have the name, pop it in the chat. Maybe we can find it out. Marty usually carries 2 blades, Spyderco Dragonfly in the 5th pocket. Does your ulti-clip rust? The one I have on my knife sheaths is to be oiled or it will rust. I don't know. I am new to the ulti-clip game, so I don't, long term, I don't know. I've only carried them out, I guess, in the field, out in the world, maybe less than a half a dozen times. So as far as like the longevity and the rust factor, that'll be something that's good info to know, though. If yours is rusting and a little oil helps out, I know there are certain knives you can get that they like to have some oil on them, or they will kind of start to patina. So that's a good little info to know on the ulti clips. Anybody has any other info on that, feel free to chime in. Do I have an Italian Roncola? I don't, but I'll look that up too. Italian Roncola. Interest. I do have a little Italian bad boy right here. Little Italian stiletto. Auto. Inox, Italy. You can get this on Blade HQ. Fun little small little, I can barely hold it in my hand, but tell me that doesn't auto out fast, right? You need a Dragonfly too. It's small but mighty. I'll check. I'll look into it, Marty. I will look into it. Matthias, hi from Singapore. Ron says smash that thumbs up. I appreciate it, bud. Merry Christmas. I'm 55 years old. My hair is about the same length, maybe a little longer. Right on, dude. If you're still growing hair and it's, if it's gray, it doesn't matter. But mine, I kind of been farming it out. People like, cut your hair off. It's like, when you start getting older and you can still grow hair, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Thank you for subscribing, Enrique. You are a cool, personal dude. Can tell you're super stoked about knives. I am. And Morris, to talk about that real quick, Matthias is asking about Civivi stuff. I have a lot of Civivi stuff. This whole back row is Civivi. Half of them are missing because they're out on the table here. We'll look at some Civivi in a second. Morris, I do a lot of custom stuff. So I do like laser marks on the channel. I have everything everywhere. This is a cheap $5 junker from Ozark Trail that I did the laser mark on. So I do custom laser marks. I did the acid etch on the blade. I do die projects. Like this Civivi used to be white. Speaking of Civivis, what is this one called? The Civivi cachet, but went from white to the nice red. Those little bolster inserts, super cool. Civivi Vision FG. I'm big on red, so I dyed this one red. Where is some of my stuff? I like to do shipwrecks. So shipwreck is something you can do on brass or copper. This is a QSP penguin. So this was just a simple, clean looking piece of brass, and I did that customization to it. It's basically a forced patina, so you're actually changing the surface. So here's like a before and after. So you can see you start off shiny and you add some chemicals and let it kind of naturally rust it, but not rust it, but it's aging, it's patina, it's just changing the color physically. So it's not like you're painting it, you're allowing it to corrode, sort of. It looks super cool. I just did this one. Tell me this isn't rad. And then what happens is I do one and then someone says, hey, Dan, that looks super cool, can I buy it? And then I sell it. So I don't have like a storefront, and I don't just have everything like listed up for sale, but I do customs all the time. And so I finish one, and if someone's interested and they message me and say, hey, would you be interested in that? And then they buy it. Here's another laser mark. This is a CJRB agave with an agave print. The laser mark is the white. So this aluminum handle was just all silver, like those tips. And then I did a reverse image of an agave plant and then put that on there. So I do stuff like that. Joey, do I sharpen knives? I do, but I don't have to sharpen much because I keep buying more knives, and because I have so many, I do daily pocket checks. I carry different knives when I get new knives all the time. So even knives that I love, you know, like my mini Telzer K, this is my favorite knife. 154 cm, beast, titanium frag, tons of jimps, great choke up spot. This is my favorite, but I probably only carry it maybe once a month or once every few weeks, because I'll carry this one today. I'll carry my drop bear tomorrow. I'll carry my AD 20.5 the day after that. So then as you're going through, I cut stuff. At work, I cut maybe 5 to 20 things, paper, tape, plastic, like every single day. But that's not a lot. And so most of the time, I don't really need to sharpen. I just need to kind of refine or hone the edge and bring it back. My coffee's probably getting super cold, huh? Not as good as it was when we started. Whew. Heading to Mom's for lunch. Want to stop by, say Merry Christmas? Thanks for stopping in. Knife Nut, good to see you. Joey the Roach, practically bald. Think he wore a hard hat, maybe that's why. Yeah, sometimes I've heard that where you wear a hat all the time, their hair doesn't breathe as much. Stilettos are nice knives, more popular in southern Italy. Everyone loves the stiletto when they're young. It's kind of one of the first knives you see that you're like, ooh, because it's like on movies and has like a bad guys danger kind of factor to it, right? Watch City says this is his favorite custom that I've done so far. Dude, the white laser mark on the blue blue aluminum, especially with the snowflakes, it's like it was designed. That laser mark was made to be that. You know, that blue and white just pops. I'm not so sure if I'm really a fan of the little lines that I put on the blade just to kind of give it some texture for fun. It's more of an experiment. But I appreciate that you like it. I'm really happy with those snowflakes, so they're cool. What's up, Elman? Thanks, Watch City. I love to create, so if you think it looks good, then that makes me happy. And I also try to do it in a way where I like to almost teach. So you watch my videos that I do customs on, and I try to be very upfront and open with all the techniques and all the experimenting that I do. So if you want to try it yourself, you can kind of use it as a guide. Got a question. What's the knife between the Damascus Civivi and the case? Boom, right here. That is the new Kaiser shot. 154 cm and brushed aluminum. Just a very gentlemanly kind of smaller knife. It's got that Oh, trying to get the right angle there for you. I'm so far away from the camera, my hand's way out like this, so I'm trying to get in closer, so I'm like a little bit more easier to hold it. But it's got that nice front flipper on there, smaller knife, very pokey, slicey, fantastic. In the right hand, you can easily drop it down right on your thumb. Front flipper works really well. The shot has been out for not very long, just a few weeks. Very much enjoying this knife. It's a really good secondary carry for me. Any baby banters? I'm in love with them. I have a Civivi baby banter with the Wharncliffe. Pow. I love this knife. As far as the minis that I carry around, this one gets a lot of pocket time. Nice little Edyards lanyard on there. Edyards. The choke up spot is great. The jimps feel good. The Wharncliffe blade and that kind of stone-washed finish or whatever, I love it. This knife is great for a smaller user. I dig it. Speaking of Edyards, there he is. I think I saw him briefly, and now my brain is like, he was in there like a couple minutes ago too. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, Matthias. Aren't really allowed to carry knives in Italy. Stayed in Italy for a month and wasn't allowed to carry. Oh, that would be rough. I've always got 2 or 3 on me. So to be like, oh, you can't carry anything. That's a little bit, knocking stuff over. I just be like this all the time. Do I have an Opinel? Dude, that's the best looking baby banter. Dude, for sure. I mean, personally. I have an Opinel. This does not see my pocket. I do not carry this. The Opinel is a classic knife that a lot of people like. It does have a lock on the collar right there. You spin that around and now the blade can't close. Very slicey, solid knife. It's just not for me. I'm a collector, so of course I have one. But it basically sits there and only to be pulled out in situations like this. If you love them, though, that's great. Everybody has different taste. Some people like smaller knives, bigger knives, have large hands or small hands. Not every knife is for everyone, and some people love those Opinels, so I have respect for them. I've got one in my collection, you know what I mean? But I just don't carry it. Ed, I'm here. I don't have anywhere else to be. I did all my Christmas yesterday with my family. So it was a really great day. We got together, had some drinks, had a nice meal, opened some presents. Nephews were ecstatic. I gave them the PS5, the Gran Turismo 7 game. And then I got the Logitech, like the steering wheel with the shifter and the pedals down below. And so last night we were all taking turns driving and super fun. Mini Militar, says S. Franklin. Boom. I have this Mini Militar right here. This is the Nitro V with G10 and Micarudi wood. They do have inserts that are going to be coming out. Actually, today they released the inserts but the inserts that they released today only fit on the premium versions, like the ones that have the titanium, because they don't have a secondary kind of a liner inside there. And so it's a slightly different insert than the more budget-friendly ones. But they will have new inserts soon. Although I love the way this one looks. I love it so much. I got the matching full size. The only difference is the big one has the 154 cm versus the Nitro V. I prefer 154 cm. But tell me this isn't a great carry. I can have main pocket Militar, secondary, the Mini Militar. They have the same great action to them. They work really good. Flicks out sweet. The Militar is just a fantastic knife. I recommend it. If it feels a little bit big for you, that Mini Militar is just, I almost like the Mini Militar better. If you want to top it off, throw that fixed blade Militar in there too. Tons of great knives from Kaiser right now. Their newest one is the Hawk. Oh, look at that drop. Boom. Let it hit your thumb. and get out of the way, because once it's going to start dropping, it drops. Snap echo technology on here. So instead of a detent ball, it's a detent post. And what does that mean, Kenman? That means you get a little extra clickety sound. Listen. It's almost like a double click when it opens. Very nice. So this is the premium version of the Hawk. DLC coated S9, or why do I keep saying S90? M390. DLC coated M390, and then titanium with those, look at those micro ridges. Oh, I love this knife. It drops like just crazy though. Once you get it going, boom, down it comes. This one's moving up into one of my favorites though fast. I love that snap echo. It feels nice and tight. Sounds fantastic. Josh, 33025, what is up? If you want the craziest open L, check out the Triangle Tools modded open Ls in S90. Oh, someone else was talking about that you can get the open Ls with a premium blade steel. Very cool. Very cool. Although it's still an open L and it's not really my style. Thanks for helping out, Gons. There's one of those names we were talking about before. Hugo says he advises the XXL open L to carve turkeys. How long is the XXL? How long is the blade on that one? Is that like a 6-inch blade or bigger, shorter? I know they make like a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to whatever size, the XXL. But it's good for carving turkeys, says Hugo. Oh, boy. I haven't gone out shooting in a while, Marty. We used to go once in a while. It's fun. Hugo's going to check. You just don't like the Hawk. Josh, it's a totally a thing. You know, everybody's got different tastes, different styles they like. I love it. Some people I've heard, they don't like the way the hole shape is, or they don't like these holes on there. And like this side looks like this and this side looks like that. But let me tell you, it works for me. It just, the opening, the sound, the feel in my hand, the jumps on the back. If I just shut my eyes and open and close this, I'm good. That feels great. I want to cut things with that. When you hold it, it just has this kind of slightly forward cant to it. It helps kind of get in there for pushing. The tip is right where it needs to be for making some cuts. It ticks a lot of boxes for me. Another one from that Kaiser that does the same thing is the Veratus. Different style right here, but the Veratus is also fantastic. That choke up spot, I almost feel like the Veratus feels better than the Milita, but it's a tough call. I'd have to have both of them all the time just to make sure. Never can have enough. But this is the new Veratus version. More of the budget-friendly G10 with a really cool pattern to it, and then Nitro V on the blade. The pivot was actually black, but they give you an extra pivot with the gold one, so you can swap out the black for the gold if you want, which I did, and I am happy about it. I think that looks great. Plus, you can flip the clip to the other side on the Veratus versus you can't on the Milita. Hugo, 19.75 inches. Well, okay, that's the whole length of that thing. So it's like 10 inches closed with like a 9-inch blade. Is that what you're saying? That is a huge opener. I almost want to get that just to... I have a problem. See, to me, it's like, okay, opener that's like this long. 19 inches, that's like rivaling up against this Bowie knife right here, dude. That's crazy. I'm going to have to try that. Josh just did his carry class. Paperwork is ridiculous. It should be ridiculous, though. Don't want to make that too easy. Want to make sure it's legit. Weldon Carey got his first Milita today. If you guys haven't checked out Weldon Carey's channel, he's been growing, doing a lot. Got a Christmas one and a party one. What's the party one? The Christmas one, the Christmas Milita is cool because it's white and red, and then it has gnomes. It's got like 3 or 4, or like 4 gnomes on the one side. Super cool. Super cool. But what's the party one? Is that the one that has like the streamers that are like the lines and it's like neon kind of colors and stuff? Viking Princess got a new blade today for Christmas, and hello. What did you get, Viking Princess? I'll show you the ones I got. My Christmas presents, I was in a Secret Santa. I got this one here. I keep forgetting what this is called. Latama. It's on the back right there. This is a sick gift. I got super lucky. It was a Secret Santa where we had a $40 budget, and my person gave me a $200 knife. I mean, I told him, like, dude, this ain't necessary. Are you sure you didn't screw this up? He's like, no, I just like to do nice things once in a while. So I got a lucky draw on that. Got this bad boy. From a family yesterday, I got this awesome looking CRKT Razzle fixed blade, D2 and micarta with the extra little red. And man, it's got a chisel tip. So look at that. That tip is sharpened. So you can get in there and do these push cuts. Really nice jimps on the back. I think this thing is just sweet. Absolutely super cool. Bought a couple for myself. I'll be getting into case knives. This is the Case Muskrat. Got the red and white, very Christmassy look to it. And it's got that big clip point on there. And if you don't like that clip point, then you can use that clip point. Look at that. Dual clip points. Right? I've been getting into some crazy stuff lately. This thing is cool. Where's the other one that I got? Oh, I got the Flytanium Arcade. Boom. So this is my first arcade. Arcade is very, very customizable. They have different inserts, different scales. You can get titanium. You can get all these different patterns, different back spacers, little inserts that go in the lanyard hole that have tritium in them, custom thumb studs all around. I'm noticing I'm having a couple issues like that where I feel like the way I'm holding it, it's got the shark lock, the Demco shark lock on the back. I'm holding it like this, which is putting my hand, see that? The shark lock is right where my hand is. And so if I've got it not in the way, it seems to be fine. But my natural hold, it's like it does that, and it's like catching into my finger. Indexing it out flicks out really well. I kind of struggled. You watch my video, it'll probably be out tomorrow. And I was like, man, this action is kind of pissing me off a little bit because it's the Demco Shark Lock. I have a Demco 80-20.5 right here. And that action's spectacular. One of the most fidgety, fun knives you can get. And so had to get this. And there it was, not quite full open. But the arcade was half price. I think Mick on the live was like, hey, did you know arcades are like half price right now? I was like, man, don't tell me that. Then I went and looked, and arcade had been on my list. It was on one of my options to buy, but instead of buying it, I ended up getting the Premium Pony Stout instead, which I absolutely love. This knife is fantastic, the Devo. And then shortly thereafter, I picked up the Devo Tall Boy right when it came out. This is the dark mode version of the Tall Boy. This sold out in less than a half hour, so I got lucky and jumped on that. But when that one was going on, basically ended up getting me convinced to be like, okay, get this one. I can try to go for the arcade later, which I'm glad I did because then I ended up buying the arcade for half price. Can't beat half price. Another one of my favorites, Kubi Titus with Altum. Oh, this knife just is fantastic. Tell you what, you can drop it to the thumb and just boom, flicks out like a dream. Got that flipper tab as well. I've considered a flipper delete on this, but I'm a lefty, and so I like to do this. And notice I can do this and drop it to my thumb and then bring it shut. Versus when you have a knife that doesn't have that, like this, oh God, you can, on a righty, you can drop it right to your thumbnail and it's not a problem. my God, I can't open this thing right now. But if I were to do that with my left hand, it would come down because you have to reach across and it'll come down and hit you on the thumb and cut you. And so when I have certain knives like this one here, if I didn't have that flipper tab there, see, I'm catching it on the flipper tab and then bringing it down. So if the flipper tab wasn't there, it would just go all the way down and cut my thumb right there. So I was saying, as a righty, I could do it like that and get straight to the thumb and it's fine. But so in this case, I kind of like that that flipper tab is there because I can use it like that. Excellent action on there. I've considered flipper tabbing it or deleting it, Josh, but because of the way I close that and it's so satisfying, if that tab wasn't there, it would swing down. I'm going to end up forgetting that I took it off of there, and then I'm going to cut myself. Kenman, I got a machete and it's gorgeous navy blue and I love it. What kind of machete? Was there a specific brand? I have a machete somewhere. I have a SOG Kukri right there. I've been out hacking away at stuff on this quite a bit. Had this one for probably 20 years. If anyone needs a good machete, use the Cold Steel Latin D-Guard. Feels good in hand. Yeah, I can't remember. I think this is just a... Wait, is this a SOG or a Cold Steel? It doesn't have anything on it. I want to say it was a Cold Steel. Kind of a budget kukri. But I also got it about 20 years ago. And at that time, I wasn't as crazy into knives, and so I didn't necessarily have everything written down to know. I'd have to kind of look it up, maybe to figure it out. What's everyone got going on today? Are we already done celebrating? Did you already open some gifts, or you open them later today? I did mine yesterday. Thinking about modding the other Titus by cutting the spine at the top. Cut half of the opening hole so you can do a wave. He's talking like an Emerson wave. That's an interesting thought. That's like something like this. And so this is the, what is this called? Artisan Cutlery Hornet. Nice looking kind of a stiletto kind of a look. But it isn't sharp on both sides. It's only sharp on one edge. Otherwise you'd have that sharp edge right there that you could probably get to and touch. But this has that kind of Emerson wave kind of style because it's got these hooks right here. So when it's in your pocket like this, you go to take it out of your pocket, you can catch it on the pocket and then it just deploys it. I've seen some people do some wave customs. It depends. Depends on how you make it look at the end. It could be cool. I don't really rely on that as much. I kind of just prefer a knife that just has some good action that you can just boom. You know, it's not going to save me much time to go like this, right? Or to go like this versus it being open the second I do it. There was 3 different openings right there as I took it out of my pocket. No problem at all. You can go quite quick. So, and have you ever been in a situation where you needed that 1/4 of a second? Maybe, but more often than not, right? I would just much rather have this in my pocket. Just be like this, come out and be like, pow. What was that? I'm sorry, excuse me. Max Ace Goliath. Absolute hog. I mean, if you're somewhere and someone's like, hey, anybody got a pocket knife? And you're like, sure, here you go. Pow. You're going to be like, what in the heck? I didn't ask for a sword. I asked for a knife. That's when you're like, oh, well, here's one in my other pocket. There you go. The little Concept Rio. This is the smallest little piece of M390 you've ever seen. Little 1-inch M390 Concept Rio. The lanyard's bigger than the knife. But this is great. It's just something. Pull out the 19-inch open hole. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that now. I'm going to have to do that now. Victorinox, which one again? I thought we did look at that. The Evoke. Samuel, jog my memory. What's the deal with the Victorinox Evoque? Again? Marty says a Gransfors Brooks Forest Axe. I'll look that one up. I will look that one up. What's up, Inball? My only knife that is a gas station knife that I got is a gift, 13-inch, which looks absolutely ridiculous. The 19-inch knife must be insane. Gas station knives have their place, and it's this shelf right here. Got the $7 why not? Right? The old $7 why not. We've got the could be Temu special Zelda, right? Justin, Merry Christmas, bud. How you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. Samuel suggests I should get one. I'll consider that. Yeah, I know you. I remember. I'm just trying to remember, what does it look like? What was the Evoque? Of course, you got to have the oily dragon. All these gas station ones are assisted. Of course they are. Hi from our group in San Antonio. What's up, John? John? San Antonio. John, you going to be at Blade Show, Texas in March? I will be in Blade Show, Texas in March. If you want to meet up and say, hey, what's up? I'll probably be running around. Well, I will be running around, but last year I did some fun stuff, did pocket checks on people, had some prizes to give away for people that I bumped into and stuff like that. Probably doing something similar to that again this year. Not exactly sure. I know that I overwhelmed myself. Last year was my first Blade Show, and you don't know what you're getting into. I walked around the first half hour like, man, I don't even know where to start. Where do I go? How do I, whatever. But now I'm kind of seasoned by going one time. I've got a kind of a better plan. But it's super fun, and anyone who is going to be in Texas in March, I would be more than happy to meet up, hang out, talk. I'll film me doing a pocket check. It's going to be fun. When did you start collecting? Seriously, in the last few years. But I have, this is kind of one of the ones that started it off when I was in grade school. I won this at a carnival. That kind of dates me that, a kid could win a knife at a carnival over the 4th of July. It's a junker, but I loved it. It started my kind of joy of knives. I always wanted the Buck 119. I started watching horror movies. This is in a lot of different horror movies. As an adult, I was able to buy one. Back in the day, early 2000s, I had several like these CRKTs, M16s that I used to carry all the time. So I have several knives from way back then. This one was my daily for quite a while. It's kind of a fun one. Those M16s come in a lot of different varieties and styles. The knives back then weren't quite as cool. As far as like quality, fidget factor stuff. I got all these fixed blades back then. These are all probably at least 15 plus years. This Cold Steel Kobun. We've got a CRKT First Strike and like a SOG Seal Pup. So these are all early 2000s. I do have a box that I showed off that I found of just some absolute junkers that were just not very quality. Bro, why? Come on. No. No. Don't be stupid. We're having a good time here. It's Christmas. That's what we get for being in the vertical lives once in a while. Kid in the Disney movie called Rescuers Down Under is what we get. Dude, I feel that. That's fun. It's like me telling my knife story. Right on. Medical, for sure. For sure. Well, that's fine. If you don't, then we'll just do this. I don't need to deal with that. I'm a collector and lover and a responsible person. You have your coming here being dumb, I'll boot you. I don't care. Timed out for 86,000 seconds. We'll see you then. Did you see that? I did, Justin. I saw it yesterday when I was with family, and it was kind of one of those things where I looked at it and then I got distracted by the nephews or whatever. But it was that Kaiser small woody chunk something. I can't remember what it was called. Interesting little dude. Interesting little dude. Dysfunctional. That is a lot of knives. It's a few. It's a few. Thank you for subscribing, Matico and Rybell. Raybell? Hope I got that right. Sorry if I didn't. It looks kind of empty because I pulled off a bunch. I put all my red and green knives out here. Now I just need the giant golden eagle. Thanks for enjoying the collection. I'm not a fan of your name. Your name is asking people. No, yeah, see? And right when you're, boom, how about this? I'm going to just go ahead and time out. I don't do stuff like that, bud. People that come in here trying to get you to say stuff that's not cool is not cool. We're all loving, happy people in the knife community. It's a fantastic community here on YouTube. And when you get in, sometimes you get some people that are just making it not special. It's Christmas, for crying out loud. And you want me to say some stupid childish name like you're a 12-year-old? 12-year-olds do not belong on here. You have to be 13 to even participate legally. So there you go. You missed the trolls. Couple trolls gone, but you know what? It's fine. I was a kid once too, but I'm not going to go on someone else's live and be like, hey, say my name. Say my name. Hey, look at my name. Say it. And it's like one of them stupid names. Like, dude, you're a child. You, sir, are a child. Because that sometimes, you know, people have things. I've seen some that are straight up horrible racist names that they're like trying to sneak in there and get you to say. What benefit is that? All right, I'm done with this. Let's not even talk about it. Let's talk about knives. Check this bad boy out right here. I tell you what, I want to get an expensive Bowie knife because I do. I just do. Look at this. Budget friendly, Rough Rider. Big old crown stag handle, though, the brass, but then you got the 440 stainless, which is fine, but it makes me want to get a higher end. I mean, this one we should be able to beat on it and have some fun with. But Bowie, no doubt. What did I miss there? What knife does Santa carry? I thought about that. And I would bet that Santa would carry something similar to this, right? Like if I were Santa right now, a nice little combo would be like this right here. Got that Sencut Serene. And wow, am I struggling with my shot today? My right hand doesn't work. But, you know, a nice green and red combo for Santa. I want a large kukri, but as a city man, I can't justify it, right? Or the Christmas Militaw KDK. Yeah, the Christmas Militaw would be a good one. I just can't show that one. If you ask me, though, Santa's old school. Look at that case. I know he's got this in his fifth pocket for sure. Right? This is the case Muskrat. Very cool. You know, maybe Santa wants to get crazy with it. Maybe he's got one of these. SRM What model is it? There it is right there. 9315 GV or whatever. I prefer it when companies give names to knives rather than numbers. But it is what it is. Santa will definitely be carrying that. What's up, Laser? Lazar. I'm sorry, Lazar. My eyes. How are you today? Louie's in here. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Wanted to stop by before heading to my parents. Have a happy, safe holiday. Drive safe out there. Enjoy your time with your family. Thank you for swinging in, Louie. Always good to see you, bud. I could definitely see Santa with a case knife, right? You know, and then maybe he'd be carrying one of these for some festive occasion, right? Nice little Christmassy, snowy winter wonderland kind of a situation. But we don't know. What is Santa like? Maybe Santa, wow. Really? Not today, huh? Maybe he's like an Appalachian Drifter too. Just a nice, classy, little smaller knife. And he would probably have, wow. Probably have flicked it out like that. That's a fun one, right? I am searching. Maybe Santa's a budget guy. Maybe he's got a nice Migron Parison, right? And then he got a hold of KDK and had him do a custom red dye. All right, Laser, I moved too fast. How much is that one? How much is one? Which one? I've been picking up a lot of different knives. If you can describe which one it was, I can give you the price check on it. You think he has a red and green Cold Steel Mayhem. Ooh. Fred the Lug. Happy holidays, Fred. How are you? Good to see you in here. We're having a good day. You have a Rambo knife then, says Ethan. Everyone always thinks I have a Rambo knife. Well, they're right. I mean, there you go. Rambo knife. I mean, if I were to go one or the other, though, I'm pretty sure the Bowie knife would be my go-to. Although, there's a place for all of them. Oh, dropping stuff all over the floor. I'm getting into the butterfly game. I got myself a trainer. This is the Squid Industries. Merry Christmas, KOK. Good to see you. Just picked up my first Squid Industries trainer. This is the Mako V5. It's got a nice clicky sound. It is not an actual blade. It's got a bottle opener on the end. You got weights on the back so you can make some adjustments. It's got some tactile feedback little spots to make sure you're not holding it the wrong way. I'm excited to start learning some tricks and upping my game and journey on the balisongs. So stay tuned for that in the future. Oh, that's right. Fred's working today. Fred decided to work so that his colleagues could be off today. Very noble of you, bud. Good work on you. 142 people in there. If you're having a good time, having a happy holiday, I'd appreciate giving me that little thumbs up. Boost it up. We got almost 80 people in here, more than thumbs ups. Hopefully everybody's having a good time today. Dwayne Letterman. I mean, do I have to show silly knives like this to get everyone's approval? Tell me this isn't just out of control. Why? 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 Because you can. Because you can. What's going on, Gary? Thank you. I enjoy it. Been collecting for a while now. If you look right now, if I switch this, make it a little bit brighter, you can see there's a lot of empty spaces. I put all my red and green knives out on the table, and then I had to go ahead and festivize. Which one's a better green? That one. For the holiday, having some fun, although my shelves are getting pretty full, so I need to up my game and either expand the shelf, get a new shelf, make it a little bit able to hold more. But I'm working on it. I don't mess with butterfly knives. About took a finger off with one as a kid. I know, me too. Oh, there it is. Got it back. It does that sometimes. Yeah, well, that's why, you know, if I'm going to mess around, it's going to be with this trainer. Not going to cut myself on this. But I do see some fun tricks I would like to get on, learn, mess around with a little bit more. Thank you for subscribing, Sherlock's. Gon says, double tap that screen, please, and thank you. We could double our thumbs up right now. Right now. Just got to go. If you're having a good time. If you're not, that's fine, and you can hang out or move on or tell me I'm a weirdo. But don't expect me to say some stupid name. Who's got a Mr. Eddie knife out there? Tell me that moon crater facet isn't awesome. And then there's this little rampage right there that my thumb just sits in nice. Super thick handle. I love it. Eric, what's up, bud? Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. I got to get going on that, dude. This last week or two with Christmas has been nuts, but I've got to get going so I can get you your knife back, whether it's customized or not. We struggled with doing a little swap. I can't show you any of those because none of them are together. I took mine apart because I'm going to anodize my titanium one. But right now I have 3 Tempest microjets in-house and they're all in pieces. The life. What's up, Nola? Just subscribe. What's up with you? Are you selling them knives? What? I'm confused. What can we get Dan to say? Titanium Justin? Whoa, whoa. Nola, so I do sell knives. I don't have like a storefront. I don't sell like knives, like new knives. I buy knives for my collection. Someone asked the other day during the live and they're like, okay, I was like, oh yeah, here's the CJRB Riff. I love this. It's one of my favorites. They're like, how much you want to sell it for? It's like, I don't. And it's not that I don't want to sell knives to somebody, but I bought this for myself and it's one of my top, it was like, here's one of my top 10 knives. Because this is one of my top 10 knives, if I were to sell this to someone, the value that this holds is, well, first of all, it's still in near mint condition. Second of all, to me, it holds the full value of the cost of it because if I sold this to someone, I 100% would buy another one. So then, therefore, why would I sell this when I just be like, hey, go to CJRB and you can pick yourself up a riff and enjoy it. I recommend it. But if I do customs, you know, like I customized this, put the laser mark on there, and someone's like, ooh, that custom looks great. Can I buy it? Absolutely, because I did that custom job. And if someone's interested in it, I can get that in their hands. They can enjoy some custom piece that they weren't able to buy. And then I can use that money to buy another one to do another custom. And I'm an artist. I love doing projects. And so to me, if it's a knife that has no project ability, sure, then I basically buy it for me to use. But if there's a project I can do to it, if I can dye it or something like this Merc was tan and I made it that nice dark kind of blood red, and then someone's like, oh, hey, that looks cool. Can I buy that? Then I will sell that to them. I got a couple shipwrecks right here that are sold. Really, really enjoy this QSP Penguin shipwreck that I did. Super happy with the finish on it. Someone wants to buy it. It's going to be sold. That one's going out fairly soon. Same thing with this one. This is the Warncliffe Rough Rider D2. Look at how cool that shipwreck turned out. Fantastic piece right there. Someone wants to buy it. They paid for it. I'm shipping it out. So custom things like that, I'm all about selling. So if you ever see a job that I did or a custom video, I make all the videos. I show the whole process. If you're interested in buying one of those, message me on Instagram, KDKIN4K. KDK in 4K on Instagram. Maybe I get Justin or Gons to post that up for me, my link to Instagram. If not, that's fine. Yoder, nice to see you trying out traditional knives like Case. GEC is another one to try, but more expensive if you can find one. Screenshot that real quick. I'll look up GEC for sure, but I am definitely liking Case. This is my newest one, the Muskrat. Tell me that's not cool. And it's a 2-bladed clip point. What, 2 exact same blades? Yes, absolutely. A larger case. I did get this case, small Stockman. This one actually, you can't see that, it's too small to read, but this one's from 1993. A little significant date for me if you're looking for something with someone's birthday or a year they were born or graduated or something like that. But this thing is like, it basically looks brand new. And it's 31 years old. What is the worst thing you have had someone do to your knife when letting them use it? Probably scratching the entire side of it. I don't have that. Like they were doing something and then like pushed and like had it sideways and basically scratched up across the really, like you're trying to cut something that has metal on it and cut the section off and they're like this and they're rubbing the side of the blade up against the metal and put scratches all over the side of it. And you're just like, what did you... Generally though, I carry multiple knives now, so if I've got to carry, it's like I've got my main and here's my awesome knife that I love, it's in my pocket, and someone's like, hey, you have a knife I can use? And I'd be like, sure, but I don't hand them that one. I hand them the one that's in my other pocket. I've been carrying 2 or 3 knives lately, and that way if you got like a smaller, little bit more manageable, like a little mini pyrite or something, I can hand this off to just about anybody, and it's not so big that they, you know, like you hand someone a smaller knife and they generally can manage it fairly well, but if I hand someone this, they're like, Jesus Christ, you know, and it gets a little overwhelming for some people, so I usually will hand them my smaller, less expensive knife and let them go to town on that. Towser K Ultim on sale on Kaiser. No. What? Towser K and Ultim? What is the Towser K you speak of? Pow. Well, I just showed you my White Mountain Knives exclusive mini Towser K, and I've got a micarta Towser K right here. And I have a copper Towser K right here. Copper one's going to be getting a shipwreck really soon. And I have a, cobalt. And I have a Richlight Towser K. So I definitely love the Towser K. And if the Ultim one is on sale on Kaiser right now, you better believe after this I'm going to be over there looking at it, thinking about it. I've been buying a lot of knives. Can't click that link. It's not... Oh, if you are on your phone or something, sometimes you can't click on links. But if you just go to Instagram and then you can see that little section, it says KDK in 4K. That would be my name on there. KDK might be getting a new Towser K. Should I have 5 Towsers? I've been buying too many knives lately. My budget is extended. Spent money on Christmas presents. Marty had one that was all beat up. Asked him what he did. He said he tried to pick his car lock. Ugh. Yeah, people are going to pry something. You know, like, don't pry with a knife. Get a screwdriver or a pry bar or something. You know what I mean? Ugh. Chip the tip. It's like, oh, what? Especially if you borrow something from someone. Like, I don't know about you. Everybody's different. But if someone's like, here, you can use this, I'm extra careful with it. It's not mine. I don't want to do anything stupid. But some people are just, they don't understand. Like, oh, well, that black handle on there, you know, that black blade on there, if you scratch that up against something, you might put a scratch in it. And if it's a knife and it's a user and it's got a scratch, then it's whatever. It's a user. But depending on what it is, I mean, I don't care what cheap knife I have. If you're going to be prying something or trying to pick a lock with it, I'm going to not hand you that knife no matter how cheap it is. I'll find something else that's more suitable to the task. I only pry with my knives. I lent a coworker a $200 knife. She gave it back to me. Said, I might need to buy you a new one. Front half of the knife was gone. She used it as a pry bar and a screwdriver. A $200 Louis. Oh. I don't understand what people think, like, I've got this pointy tip that I could just stick that into something and go like that and think that that's just going to hold up. I mean, there are screwdrivers everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? What's up, Sam? How you doing today? An hour and 35 minutes already? Holy Nikes. How does the time go by? We were talking about that with family yesterday. Sydney, donation to 99 cents. Thank you. Much appreciated. Cool with the shades on. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Never give someone an expensive knife. Yes. Or, you know, if I'm handing someone a $200 knife, it's like, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do? Are you going to, like, take a little shaving off that side of soft, like, poplar wood? Or are you going to try to scrape the side of a metal case or something, you know, like, always carry that extra $5 Walmart knife to loan out. I polished a turd, though. This is a $5 Walmart knife. It's still a turd. But did I polish that turd up? What do we think? What do we think of that laser mark? White laser mark on an aluminum handle just looks fantastic. And he's picking a freaking lock with it. Like, picking a lock, you need to... No. Right? Keep a cheap buck in case someone needs a blade. Yeah, I've always been carrying those extra ones, but I still carry nice knives. It's like, do I really want a pocket where I'm carrying, you know, but I carry a pry bar too, so I'll ask them what their task is going to be, and if they are prying, I can be like, oh, I have a pry bar. You can use that. Same here. If I give my knife to someone now, I follow them like a dog. You just like follow them around. What are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh. Woof. Oh yeah. I got the day. I gotta film some videos. I got a couple. I haven't filmed this one yet. I mean, I opened it already because it was a Christmas present. But I got this from family. It's so cool. This is the CRKT Razzle with a chisel tip. That is a sharpened end. So you got a squared blade, straight razor, hollow grind, D2 with the chisel tip, micarta with the black and red. So cool. I love this thing. It feels great. Really nice jimps. And then they stopped the jimps and then did another little second row of jimps. A thank you. A thank you. Jimps for days. I love them. Jimps you can get in there. I feel like this is just going to be some type of a tool that I am going to use. It's rad. CRKT Razzle. There are a few different versions of this, but this one is definitely... I think they definitely watch some of my vids. They watch some lives once in a while, and then they were like, what does he want? Yeah, you could hand this one out to a coworker. You want to try to pry something with that, you're going to cut yourself. Right? So that's one of my gifts that I was given. Another one that I was given, I was in a Secret Santa giveaway, and I got this. Titanium button lock. There's the name right there. I forget. Latama. Yuki, the Latama Yuki button lock. Oh, I think it's CPM 20 CV on the blade and then titanium. It was a $40 Secret Santa, and my guy decides to go a little overboard. I emailed him right away. I was like, bro, are you sure you did this right? Because it's a $40 present that people are giving out. And slap. Dude. Tell me that's not cool. Here is the box. Latama Victorium. I think it was called the Yuki. Something like that. But I told him, I was like, dude, this isn't, I don't know if I can accept this. Like, what? What? You know, like, it's 40 bucks. It's 40 bucks. This is 200. So, did I get I won the lottery on that one. I tell you what. Who gave Joseph a knife? What's up, Brad? Merry Christmas to all. Wow, hour and 40 minutes already. I just figured I'd jump on. I didn't know how many people were going to be hanging out. Preferred. Not really the place for that question. But yeah. Basically, yeah, Stu, not really the place for that question, although I celebrate them all. I celebrate them all. You got a great Secret Santa. Dude, Marty, I got so lucky. I mean, I had to message him and be like, bro, like, I don't think I can accept this. He's like, no, I just like to do things nice once in a while. And it's like, I get it. It's cool. And I was blown away. It was like, wow. Sometimes you get. The other Christmas one, that Christmas case, the muskrat, really loving that. And then I bought myself a Flytanium arcade for half price. And I've been struggling. I've been grabbing it like this, and then when I go to open it, my hand is basically touching the shark lock. I need to be there so I'm not touching the shark lock, because when you go to open it, you can see that shark lock moves, right? And so I was holding it like this, and it's like your hand gets in the way and prevents it from opening. You're going to have to get used to that a little bit. Flicking out works fine. Oh, my phone's starting to blow up. One of my group chats, it looks like everyone's starting to share. I'm glad I hit mute on that before I started, or it would be, that's like the 6th one now. I wish I had a real knife. Hello, my only nice knife is the damn orange Ozark Grail Trail. I mean, it's not a bad knife. It's not a bad knife. May not stay sharp very well. The heat treat might not be the best, but the action for 10 bucks? Dude, it's silliness what you can get for $10 these days. But a half price arcade, how could I not pick that up for half price? Boom. Gon's got a Medford Smooth Criminal and an Orion Aries for early Christmas. Very nice. Very nice. Love the Aries, says Justin, for sure. Well, still 94 people in here. That's something. I wasn't sure if, like, Christmas Day, is anybody going to be online? What's everyone doing later? I'm thinking about going live later. I do have to film a couple videos. I haven't filmed the video of my Razzle yet. I mean, I opened it yesterday, so I can mess around with it, but I'll put it back in the box and do my official video for it. Another one I got is this one. The nephews got one and I got one, and I helped the nephews put theirs together. I haven't put mine together yet, but I got this Trapper JJ's knife kit. I am sorry that the text is backwards. I have contacted YouTube about it. But when you do your front facing cam and you open up to live, vertical live, there is no option for swapping. If anyone's able to figure that out, let me know. I've done extensive research and contacted and talked to YouTube about it. And unless I use my other camera on the other side, I can't switch this so that you would be able to read it. It doesn't make any sense. I switched to my other camera on the other side of my phone and it's straight, but then the phone's facing the other way and I can't read the chat. I can't read anyways. But yeah, this is a fun little, it's a wooden knife, but it's a kit for youths or whatever to kind of learn about the parts, put it together. It is a slip joint. I helped them put theirs together yesterday, and it works great. As far as, it just has the same action as like a simple case or buck knife like this, where it just has the slip joint, and it's got that back piece that when you swing it out, it kind of clicks it into position, but there is no lock. It's just a slip joint. But it works the exact same as a knife like that, except for it's made out of wood. So you get to kind of learn how they're built, what they're about, and then it's not an actual knife, but it's a fun little kit. I might even sharpen that blade up, that wooden blade up, just for fun. Justin just had a nap. Do you have a bitterfly knife? Ooh, what's that taste? Very bitter. I have a trainer right here. This is a Squid Industries Mako V5 trainer. I need to start learning, practicing. I am new to the actual flipping game, so I don't have much quality in my skills, but this is a great trainer to start off with. I do have an actual butterfly knife somewhere. I've had this one for like 20 years. It is sharp, so I don't really do many tricks or anything with it because I don't want to cut myself. But I am getting a little bit more into it, and now that I've got this Squid Industries one, I'm going to be able to check this out, practice it, learn some tricks, learn some techniques. Come along for the journey. Video is coming soon. Thank you for subscribing, Silas. Need a switchblade comb. I had one as a kid, wish I still had it. I think you could probably find that on the Amazon pretty easy, the switchblade comb. The old, I don't have the comb version, but you could get the Boker Kalashnikov. They're fun, right? Boom. Fast firing action. How long did it take to grow out your hair? Says somewhat interesting. My hair was this long when COVID hit. So like 4 years or whatever. I have not gotten a haircut since then. So 3.5, 4 years is what the growth is. I'm in my 40s, so I'm older. But you can see I dyed it for Halloween 2 Halloweens ago. That's right there. So I dyed it blonde for Halloween. So the bottoms have kind of ombre'd out. But you can see there's no grays. I got grays on my chin. But no grays up here, no receding line. And I'm farming hair like a champ. So I'm going to keep doing it. But yeah, I stopped cutting it for COVID, and here we are. What is the bomb-shaped knife? It is literally a bomb-shaped knife. This is a cheapo Tac Force. I mean, absolute junker, assisted open. But it flips out nice. Actually, for the shape of this, it feels good in the hand. It's crazy because it's rounded, so it's got some contour to it. And it just feels smooth. My pinky or my ring finger kind of sits in that little notch, and then the pinky sits on the tail, and it actually feels great. It is a cheapo, but it's something. It's something. I like everything. I get cheap budget knives. I get gas station knives. I get premium knives. I get mini Corvid cleaver knives. Don't need any of that. Oh, you beat me to it. Oh, no, I got it. Got it. Don't need any of that in here, bud. Do I make knives? I do not, somewhat. That knife is the bomb. I don't make knives, but I do customs. So I do customs like acid etching on the blade, laser marking on the handle. I do die projects. Like this was white, made it red. Here's another laser mark. This is an accipiter, concept accipiter. And I did some wing, a little wing laser mark. So the white is the laser mark. Make it look like the inside of a hawk wing. I also do, here's another laser mark. Little paisley print. It was that color. Got a little two-tone paisley mark going on there. Pretty fun stuff. Here's another one with an acid etch. This is a Sencut Natchez. So that blade was the same color as this clip with that satin, but now it has this really nice stonewash kind of acid etch finish. And then I also did the dye on the handle. So the handle was kind of a brown, and I added the blue and then sanded and faded it, gave it a weathered look. So it has that kind of aged kind of quality. No fuller right there, but you can flick it out. Tell me that's not cool. Boom. So yeah, I do a lot of custom stuff on the channel. It's fun. I would like to get into making knives. I'm looking at maybe going and taking a class at a place where they let you start off, and by the end of the day, you've made yourself a knife. The PB&J knife. Those are fun. It's like P on one side, J on the other. It's like a purple and brown knife. They are fun though. Where is, hold on a second here. All right, sorry. I'm back. Everybody having a good holiday though? Or are we still traveling? Or are you on your destination for the day? Are you done? I did all my celebrating with family yesterday, so I have the day off. Why wouldn't you get a folding cleaver? This is the Civivi Mastodon. Your college has a blacksmithing class, might look into that. Dude, if you can actually take it as a class in school and get a credit for it, yeah. What is the name of that karambit? Unknown karambit. Does it say right there? Massalong. I've had this for a while, so I don't remember. You could probably find it on Amazon if you type Massalong. It's a double-edged karambit, and they got that gnarly, wicked top. Looks like I cut out for a second. What was that? The mini cleaver knife. This thing is great, dude. Chad, this is the Concept Mini Corvid Cleaver. So it has a flipper tab. They have full-size Corvids. This is just obviously the mini one. So what's cool about that is you've got that flipper tab, right? You also have a front flipper. Boom, right? Then it also has a fuller on that blade, so you can get in there and, hold on. I have big hands, so it's more difficult for me to get my hands out of the way. There. Little fuller flick action. But the mini Corvid cleaver, it's tiny. It's fun. Why would you not? And then this front flip. Jeez, I can't hold anything today. But what I can do is check this out. These are so small. Get in here tight, right? Ta-da! Shallow and pedantic. It's super fun. I love the mini Corvid cleaver. Merry Christmas and love all the knives. Thank you, Weed King. Robo Steve, my 10-foot giant friend. What's going on, bud? Merry Christmas. Heading over to your brother's soon, says J1. Got your first OTF yesterday. What did you get? I don't have too many OTFs. I got this one here. Boom. This is a Boker USB, because it looks like a little USB stick. You just set that one in your hand like that. Works great. Laid Off Pete's here. What's going on? Chad Richards, too cool. I want a Spyderco Harpy. The Blade Hannibal carries. I don't think I watched that show, but he carries the Spyderco Harpy on there. I'll have to check it out. I like it when you see knives in shows in the wild. It's like, what are they carrying? Anybody watch the Dune series, the new Dune? What's it called? I don't remember. Prophecy or something like that. It was good. If you are into Dune, it's an interesting show. I enjoyed it. It just finished up. They did pick it up for season 2. It takes place 10,000 years before the movies that you've seen, if you've seen any of the movies. But the Bene Gesserits have this knife that reminds me of something I've seen somewhere. It's like kind of looks like a feather. But I thought that one was cool. What is my Balisong trainer called? This is the Squid Industries Mako version 5. So I don't know. I think you can still get the Mako V4, but obviously they make updates, and the V5 is the newest one. I emailed Squid Industries, said, hey, I'm interested in one of these, but I'd like to get one that I can advance with. Like, I don't want to get a trainer to start off that's cheap that then I end up outgrowing, and then when I get a little bit better, I will need to then buy a new one. And they got back to me, and actually Lucas, the owner, replied to the email, and he said that the Mako V5 is a really great, solid knife. You'll be able to start off and then advance and learn and still have a very reliable quality item. So I'm glad I picked that up. I can't wait to start messing around and learn some tricks. Should be fun. He carries the Spyderco in the movie and the books as well. Wow. I did not know that. What is my favorite currently is the White Mountain Knives Mini Towser K from Kaiser. 154 cm frag titanium that feels absolutely perfect. And then jimps for days. Choke up spot with those jimps makes me love this knife. It's fantastic. Super cool stuff. Spyderco is the only thing that can slay a sandworm. Tack knives. Not sure of the model. Excuse me. Pardon me. Well, okay, I'm going to do a few things. I don't know if anybody's going to be around later tonight. I'm probably going to go live later if I don't get partying or something, but I do have to work tomorrow. You picking up a mini growler from Devo? I am probably not. I don't have any budget right now. I got to kind of save a little bit and be very picky about the next few things that I get. I kind of ran myself fairly dry and then found out that the Flytanium Arcade was half price, and a $210 knife at half price was like, you can pick it up, have it for a while, and then sell it for half price, and it should go. It's got the shark lock on the back, but I had to jump on that. So I'm kind of chilling out for a little bit before I start buying anything new. Need to be saving up to get in the Aries A-team. Yeah, I know. But it's worth it, and I need a good $300. I need a new computer right now, and so I'm looking at over $1,000 that it's going to cost for a new computer. And I'm going to Blade Show Texas at the first weekend of March. Merry Christmas, Marty. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. And I live in Minnesota, so for me to get to Blade Show, Texas, $100, $200 a night for the hotel. It's $500-$600 for a flight. Otherwise, $300 to $400 for gas. Long story short, I'm spending $1,000 just to get there, and I haven't even bought a knife yet. Of course, when you go to Blade Show, you got to buy a couple knives. So it becomes kind of one of those things where, like right now, I have a few $1,000s specifically going out for knife related things, so I'm kind of Well, actually, I have a friend, Robo, who works in data recovery and is a computer whiz / nerd, and he's my computer guy. So we built the one that I have now, but it's kind of out of date and having issues, and so I'm going to upgrade. So he's going to help me build a new one. I wouldn't be able to do it without him. Convince me to tag along. Tag along. Twist my arm. Okay, I'll go. What do you mean he's figuring out? I'm already going. I don't have to figure out a way. Or he's figuring out a way for me to get an Aries knife. I just need to save money. A way to save you money. Yeah. Thing is it's unless I get a Airbnb or something with multi-rooms, one thing that I will spend my money on is getting my own room. If people snore, I'm not, anyone I go on camping trips and stuff, and it's like we're going to be on an ice fishing trip, and so half the guys snore really loud. So I'm hoping to be in a section or a room where I don't hear them snore, because I just won't get any sleep. It's my own problem, or is it that, if you're in a room with people and they snore a lot, it's you can all sleep in your car in my front yard, but I'm 2 hours away from Fort Worth, right? To me, it's worth it. It's solely worth it to get a room where you can have comfort. And then, I drove down too. I like road tripping. Road tripping is fun. You can make a continental breakfast. Oh, that's something. But yeah, Laid Off Pete, you can go. We should all go. We need to do a meetup in the Midwest sometimes too. We should do that soon. I'd be down. All right, I'm going to cut out for a little bit here. If anyone wants to meet up later today, I probably will. Check out some of my videos, my custom stuff, shorts. Having a great time with knives. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'll be back soon. More lives on a regular basis. I have my standard live tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Time. It'll be worth it to be there. I'll see you later today or tomorrow. Everyone have a great holiday. Merry